Hello.
Oh, hello.
We're back again. It's post-COVID, so we're actually in Tier 1. We're fortunate to be in Cornwall, Tier 1, so we're able to be in the same place, which is amazing.
Yeah, we are social distancing.
Yeah, as you can see. Well, you can't see, he's behind the camera and I'm not.
Stick.
Anyway, today we have got, because we haven't been able to get out on bikes, and we've got to apologise about that, but obviously all the showrooms have been shut. We have got these Lomo adventure panniers. Now, some people will be saying, oh, Mark, Toby, you've done them before. You've done Lomo panniers. These are not any Lomo panniers. These are large motorcycle Lomo panniers.
What do you mean, bigger?
They're much bigger.
Nobody does it bigger. Better, sorry, that's a song.
That's a James Bond song, James Bond film, isn't it? Anyway, so Rob at Lomo got hold of us and said, we've made some new bags. So I said, what bags are they? And they said, well, listening to all the feedback, mostly from people who watched our videos, as well as other people that gave feedback about the last bags.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good. So they were 15 litres, and Rob at Lomo got hold of us and said, would you like to review them? And I said, yes, of course, because they've listened to feedback that people provided on the video that we did to say, well, actually, they're not big enough, and would they be great for touring long distance, you know, stuff like that. So
we'll just explain that the last bags we did,
yeah,
we fitted on. Here is the baby GSA.
Yeah, baby GSA.
All right, we fitted them on the tank bags on the 1200, and they were like those those little
the
bags
small
that fit on the
bags.
side. They were very small, weren't they? Or
Yeah.
you could even wear it as a thigh pouch if you were really desperate.
I think we did.
I think we
Yeah.
did.
So
anyway,
up against Mark's baby bike, it's not because it's the size of a Matchbox car, I don't know, but the bags are really quite big. They're 30 litres, and as you can see, I'll put this microphone down and stand behind you, I think. So as you can see on these bags, they are of the same Lomo quality. Now, the thing is, when people send stuff to us to review, is we're not going to say they're good if they're not good, because that's not us. We're just quite real. But these are really, really good. They're waterproof. As you can see here, you've got the kind of moulded, I guess, plastic weld, isn't it? You know, along the seams.
probably heat sealed.
That's it.
There you go.
Heat sealed to make them waterproof. And they've got the same webbing system on the back that the smaller bags had. So,
Those who are ex-military, that's similar to a mole system.
is it
You can
mole or
attach
mole?
Mole. Depends who you talk to.
Mole. Right, so as you can see, these straps go all the way around, and they've got these really substantial buckles, and it feeds through all the way through these mole systems. So we've basically, I'll show you in a minute, we've taken all these out, left them in the middle one, and then put them through the frame, back through there, back round the sides, and then when you come to then pull them in tight, you can pull them in tight around anything you're carrying, and you can see that they expand quite a bit. Look at that.
There's a black hole there, mate.
It is like a black hole.
There you go.
They are cavernous.
Hang on,
aren't
hang
they?
on. Hello!
They are cavernous, really are cavernous. There's nothing in there, no pockets or anything, but when
Well, you're not going to do a magic trick now, are you?
you pull a rabbit out, there's no pockets or anything in there, but then you don't really need pockets and stuff in a pannier.
I have noticed there's another strap.
But you do get an extra strap, which is good.
Well, I think I know what that strap's for.
Excellent. Well, it's for putting across the top.
There you
and
go.
linking the two. Right, so on the sides,
Hang on.
where you do that up, you have also got, so obviously this is really waterproof because you're folding it in against itself. You've got little clips here that then would fasten on each side, just like that, to keep them down there. Now obviously this isn't on the bike, this one is. Pan down, Mark.
And I believe that the Lomo sign is reflective. That's a Lomo sign.
Yes, the Lomo sign is
Lomo.
reflective. Lomo. But what we've done on Mark's GSA is he's got the racking system, so we've not had to change anything. So for all those people that would buy a GSA, a GS or other makes of bike that come with the rack, but the boxes are like thousands of pounds and they don't want to spend that money, you could get something like this. It's strapped right round the frame, in through the mole system or mole system, and then as it comes back out, you can pull it in tight, and then you can roll it down and pull it as tight as you need.
I'm just looking at this, and we've put this underneath the bottom of the frame. Now, in actual fact, it'd probably be better to go through that one, but we just did it quickly because we're
cold.
Stupid.
And cold.
Oh yeah, cold.
Now, that extra strap, bear in mind if you imagine this bag is exactly the same on the other side, you've got this strap that will go through the handy carry holes.
Look at that.
Or what are they called?
They're called carrying handles, mate.
Carrying handles. Yeah, you can tell I've had a really long day at work. So you can take them off really easy and you can carry them in. Now, if you do any tours like Mark and myself, anywhere in the world, it's a real pain sometimes to have to empty your panniers unless you've got bags, or carry your panniers through. So if I can use your panniers, Mark.
You can do.
So,
there with the RiderCamTV stickers on?
These lovely ones here. If you can imagine, if you've got bags that fit inside, then that's great, but that's an extra expense on top of the boxes.
Yep.
And there have been times that we've gone away and we've not used inner bags or anything because we've not expected to stay overnight, and we've ended up taking these boxes into hotel rooms, and that's a real pain because they're so heavy, they're square, you can't grab hold of them anywhere. But with these Lomo bags, it's a case of just unwrapping them or unstrapping them from the bike, lifting them by the carry handles and walking in.
I'll tell you what we should do. We'll first of all show you the picture from behind. Okay, so that's what they look like when they're not. That's not fully expanded because we just put 2 pillows in there.
Yeah, Mark put his bed in there because anybody that goes touring needs to have their bedding.
Absolutely.
But they'll
expand a bit further.
They'll expand quite a bit actually. Look at that. That is right out to the extent. And you can see that really is quite wide, isn't it? And that's huge. About, I would say that's probably wider than normal BMW Lomo panniers, or about the same.
About the same, obviously.
So you've got 60 litres you can carry on there, but with the ability of being able to take it off at night or wherever you are and just walk straight in with them and not have these bulky, horrible things sticking out. You've just got a couple of bags.
Now, some people like these kinds of bags because they're nice and soft, and exactly for the same reason you just said about taking them off the bikes and all the rest of it. But when if you fall off and drop your bike, people are quite often worried about being trapped underneath the boxes and all the rest of it. But so these are nice. But on the back of here, this isn't hard like on a lot of bikes. Some of them have like a solid plate in there, which makes it a bit more unbendy if you want. Yeah. But this will mould itself quite easily to the back of the pannier. So
I quite like them. And on Mark's thought, you could almost put almost like our air vests in there if you were really worried, couldn't you? So as soon as it goes down, it expands and chucks your bike back up again. But I suppose the only downside to these, if there ever is a downside, is that there's only 2 sorts of riders on a bike, isn't there? There's bikers that haven't dropped their bike, that have dropped their bike, and those that are waiting to drop their bike. It happens to us all. So the only thing to consider is the way that you pack your stuff, because if you pack breakables right on the outside and don't encase them in like your clothes and stuff, the downside to these is because they're soft. If you did drop your bike, you're likely to damage some stuff inside if you didn't carefully wrap it. But they're really lightweight. You've got 60 litres that you can take off your bike. It might be a bit of a faff taking it off, but once you've got into the habit and into the groove of feeding it through and making sure that you know how you want to fit it, I think they're really, really good little bags.
I like them.
I really do as well, and they're not that expensive as well. And Lomo have got a really good name. Head over to their website. We'll put it all in the links. See what you think. But this size has been directly made because of feedback from people like us, people like you that have been watching the video. So I think it's a real success for people that are bikers that are saying, well, actually we need this tweaked a little bit, and people actually listening, which I think is great. So rather than just review these bags and tell you what we think about them, I'm hoping to get a bit of a ride where I need to go and deliver Christmas presents. So when I do, we will then do a bit of a review as riding, see what they feel like on the bike, see what they're like to put on and off. Hopefully it won't be raining, but who knows, we'll probably get blizzards and snow. We'll be snowed in. So we'll, as soon as we get the opportunity, we'll do a bit of a long run with them and see what they're like to actually pack for a bit of a trip.
Excellent.
So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Check out Lomo's website. All their details will be in the description. Subscribe, all that fancy, lovely, good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.